things. It's Monday, and it is a bang kind of Monday. I needed a bang this morning. Let me find this so I can hang out and chat with you guys. Welcome to the replay. If you're watching the replay, I'm Auntie Tay, and I might be talking really fast today because I started my day with a bang. Well, I've only drank a ton of it. If anybody who knows me knows I take forever and a day to drink anything. So, hey, April, hold on. I'm forgetting my life. I'm forgetting how to do this. All right, there we go. All right. Welcome to Monday morning, which is where I typically hang out and update on what's new. And hey, Steph. And this Monday, I do have stuff. We're gonna assemble our Glowforge Mickey ears. And we're just gonna hang out and chat. I really, really wanted to have two huge things to show you guys today, but I think they're gonna have to wait till midweek. Which I did tell you guys mystery box would not be until September 1st, so that's still on track, but I was like, maybe I can actually launch it today, but I'm not launching it today. But this is your warning that it is coming in the next 72 hours. So make sure that you are subscribed to my newsletter. I laugh when I say that because I am literally exporting my newsletter into a whole nother website right now. So sign up again tomorrow, but I don't know. How am I supposed to? We will let you guys know ASAP when it's available. Okay, this is the size of the mystery box though when it comes out. I just want you guys to know, like, little great things come in smaller packages. It's kind of bigger on some elements and smaller on others, but there's only going to be 300 of them. So I can't promise you they're going to stay in stock, but I can't promise you they're going to sell out either because it's completely different than anything we've ever done. So, finally caught you on live. Sorry, I don't know where that accent just came from, but it's coming. Okay, so, yeah, let's assemble whatever ears I have in here because I literally have this whole bucket of Glowforge ears that Katie from the Devlin Diaries sent me, and I started filming the glitter and Mod Podge version. Nope, the paint and glitter version, and then I filmed the resin version, which ended up being a complete disaster because I don't really know how to resin. So we may have Sam teach you guys how to resin your ears. She has a whole set just like this too that she's doing fun things with. So who has a Glowforge? Who's interested in getting a Glowforge? Who knows someone who has a Glowforge? I feel like it's definitely something that we all kind of envy, people who have. Hey guys, hey Martha, hey Elena, hey Lisa, hey Susan, hey Elena, Alona. Those are two different people. Hey Melissa number 5. I feel like we have so many Melissas, but that's okay. Okay, so what all is new? We are still debuting all of the fun things that came out in August, which is one of these, and these are all the Glowforge ears. There's 8 different designs, so let's assemble some of them. For October, I will have a couple series on different techniques you can use on your materials that you cut with your Glowforge, and all that good stuff. Would love to buy one, but don't have the room. Right. It's definitely one of those things that you kind of got to like be all in for and have the space for it. So, I do have the room in my studio, but I don't have the room because I need to make room for other things. Let me just put that out there. I'm getting other big things. So I'm going to let people like Katie and Stephanie just got a Glowforge. So they're going to be helping me showcase like how do you utilize our Glowforge files on AuntieTay.com. Wink, wink, right. But I have friends that have them, right. And if you have, maybe pitch in with a few people and you share a Glowforge, I don't know. But it's definitely a really cool laser cutter, definitely something that's a lot of people have. So we wanted to make sure that we had files ready for you guys. Obviously, not all Glowforge makers are going to want to make Mickey ears with them. So we started with Mickey ears, but that doesn't mean we're stopping there. We're going to have a bunch. I feel like I'm talking 100 million miles a minute, but that's okay, right? I don't know. So please pray for me. I'm recovering from COVID. Definitely praying for you, Haley. I'm gonna start assembling what I have here just as I pull them out. My MDF are not gonna be assembled because we're gonna do stuff to those before, but anything I have in acrylic, I'm going to assemble. Because the one thing I learned about the resin is don't resin more than you have to. So putting it all together is kind of key before you resin things. So yes, prayers for you. My mom is actually recovering from COVID right now. So I'm pretty sure every person I know has had it except me. I've been exposed to it, but I've never gotten it. But all of my friends have had it. Like there's a few of us that haven't gotten it, but I feel like it has made its rounds, and it's like, I don't know anybody who hasn't. So my mom, well, Tiff hasn't had it. I don't know. There's a lot of us who haven't had it actually, but what are you using to bond the ears together? I am actually just gonna hot glue them. I'm sorry if that's inappropriate for this. What do you guys suggest? I love hot glue, so I'm gonna hot glue just the acrylic parts together. And I figure if I resin, like that's gonna just hold them even more together. So, okay, so fires, update on California. Fires are still apocalyptic. They are definitely getting closer to us, but they're also like simmering off. Hopefully, they're a little bit more contained. So that's good, but it's still very smoky. Really hoping that it goes away soon so we can get back to swimming and barbecuing and all things for Labor Day, maybe. But also, just so people can go back to their homes, and sadly, the people who've lost homes can figure out how to restart their lives. That's just a part of living in California, though it sucks. But I mean, we're a florist, so you know. And what else? Oh, I went to the Green Day concert. That was super fun. Sadly, the air quality here in the Bay has been bad too. Yeah, it was actually smoky in the Bay Area when I went. So we went to San Francisco. We have been to San Francisco the last 2-3 weekends in a row because it is not smoky there. And so we've been going to Giants games. We just went to the concert, and then we have a Giants game we're taking someone to on Friday, which is the Giants versus Dodgers game, which they are rivals, and it will be the pivotal moment that solidifies us whether we pretty much go to the World Series or if the Dodgers pull forward and they are going and we're wild card. Either way, we're both in really great spots for any baseball lovers out there. And if you're not, you're probably like, what the heck are you talking about, Tay? Anyway, so we went to the Green Day concert. It was a blast. It was so fun. We actually did not stay in the city. We came home. So that was probably the hardest part, was we drove home at like, it got done at midnight, and then we drove home and we weren't back till like 2 in the morning. And that is just crazy for us because we're old now. So not only did we feel young because we went to see Green Day, but we were staying up, and I was not. Dustin was driving and I was like passing out. I was like, I'm so tired. But we had so much fun. It was Green Day, Weezer, and which I didn't realize Green Day is a Bay Area band. I didn't know that, which the tour was called the Hella Mega Tour. And if you guys didn't know, California, Hella, that's a California word, even though it's starting to get out there more, it's a California word. So Green Day puts on an awesome show. Yes, they did. And Weezer was awesome, and Fall Out Boy was awesome too. We missed the first opener act because we were hanging out on Dustin's brother's boat, which totally jealous. They have this boat that they can literally just ride to the marina and get out and go to the Giants game and then go back onto their boat and fall asleep. And they can go to the Giants game, they can go to the concerts, they go all the fun things. And we were like, we have to drive 2 hours home because we have dogs. So yeah, that was really fun. But we scootered. We did like the whole city thing. We parked like a mile away and we scootered there on the like green scooter thingies. That was kind of fun. But yeah, we're trying to do all the city things while we don't have any fun here. Just organized all of my iron-on scraps and now sublimating a tablecloth for my next market event. Ooh, fun. Always hear Tiff saying hella. Yeah, hella is a California thing, and if you're too like hella's too risque for you, you say hecka. So as kids, we grew up saying hecka. As adults, we say hella, and that's just what we say. So when they named it the Hella Mega Tour, which I didn't even end up getting that shirt, I got the Dookie shirt, which I'm like, maybe I should have got. I just liked the other one better. So scootering the city is my fave. Just organizing all. Oh, I already read that. I'm dying to go to the concerts at Red Rock Amphitheater. Yeah, and I definitely I was like, you need to book that because with the new elections coming up, I doubt anything will be open in a while if all goes not as planned for the election to recall our ridiculous governor. Sorry if you live in California and you are for him staying in office, but I am over it, so over it that I'm not even filtering my political views right now, which I don't have very many political views, but right now I do. So, okay. So anyways, my point with all that was I'm tired and it was a long weekend, but it was a really good weekend. I was actually going to I was going to get to drive with my niece to Colorado, and I really just didn't want her to drive by herself, and she was going to have to be moving a bunch of stuff. And so I offered to go with her, and I mean, I love getting out of this two-bit town and seeing like other countries, other states. It feels like other states, and I've never been to Colorado, so I was gonna go with her this week, but it would have required me to drive for 2 straight days, and she ended up leaving early. She was like, I gotta go, I want to go this weekend. So I was like, okay, fine, I'm fine not going. So I was supposed to do that, so now I don't have to do that, so now I have more time to work on what I'm working on for you guys. Hi from Long Island. Glad we were able to have fun besides the 2-hour drive home. Yeah, the 2-hour drive home was still fun. It was just tiring. We were like so tired. All right, so here's the Maleficent ears. These ones are on clear Mickey ears, so it literally just looks like Maleficent's crown, horns, whatever those are. And then I also realized I need to order more headbands off of Amazon. This is one of the cocoa ears. I'll assemble the next one for you guys. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna use hot glue and we'll see how that goes. But really just need to get these things together so I can start decorating and blinging them and all the fun things. And I can photograph them. Really wanted to take them to Disneyland, which the annual passes are back, so I just really want to wait, though, until we find out if our governor is reelected or not, because I have a feeling if he is reelected, well, not reelected, just not recalled, then I have a feeling Disneyland will close again if he stays in the office. But so there's that. Do you just hot glue to the headbands? I do. So I just put like a good amount of squiggle and then I stick it on. I kind of have like this science to it. So I will definitely show you guys in the filmed portion of these. And I just don't have any headbands on me at the moment. You need to come here planning that retreat. That would be so fun. Glad you were, yep. So what did you guys do this weekend? Are you guys tired? I'm not necessarily tired. I'm just kind of like wiped out. I feel like I constantly live in a form of wiped out. And I've slowly gotten better, but I still feel a little wiped out. We got massages yesterday, so that was good. Oh, I did it upside down. I did one of them. I did both. Okay, no big deal. You can't tell. So I accidentally swapped 2 of them upside down. So these are the Coco, Dia de los Muertos, Mexican culture, all the things, Cinco de Mayo, all the fun stuff you can do with these ears. You can also use these to cut out of HTV. We talked about that, if it would be plausible, and maybe like cardstock, but I don't know. Car cruise in Sacramento on Saturday. Woo, fun. Soccer tournaments, lots of coffee. I'm a bit tired. Can't wait to see Jeremy Jordan and the Chiefs game. That's fun. I finally watched Cruella. It was amazing. I feel like it's been out long enough that we can talk about spoilers. Do you guys want spoilers? Do you guys want a review of how I really feel about the movie? Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, you should have seen it already because I recommended it like a long time ago. So what are you doing with your life if you haven't seen it? But me too, Erica, I loved it. Okay, so I'll try to not spoil, but I'm not going to promise I'm not going to spoil. So Cruella. I personally want to change my name from Auntie Tay to Auntie Slay after seeing it because I feel her so bad. Like, she is my spirit villain. Is there a spirit villain? Because she is my spirit villain. She's not even a villain. First of all, she's just a little misunderstood, which I feel like I can be very often. But I mean, I'm just to that point where I'm like, I will say what I want. Y'all know my heart. If you don't know my heart, you don't know me well enough, and you should probably get to know me. I don't know. So I watched The Greatest Showman this weekend. Another great movie that I feel like if you have not seen, what are you doing with your life? But yes, Cruella. I loved that movie. Loved everything about it. I loved how they redeemed the fact that she does not kill puppies. I still am kind of like, so why did she steal 100 of them in the cartoon? Or is that just like not a thing? Are they not correlated? Although they very much are correlated. And as I'm talking about it, I'm remembering now all of the little Easter eggs I saw and some things that popped out to me after seeing it twice. Did I see it twice or 3 times? After seeing it twice, that I realized that I didn't realize first time. And then I, asked people and they were like, oh, I didn't even notice that. So, I loved how they dropped Roger and Perdita in there that worked for, I kind of feel like there's a sequel coming or something, or they need to have a sequel because Roger and Perdita worked for the Baroness, and the Baroness obviously was their boss. So were they in cahoots with Cruella? But in the cartoon, doesn't Perdita work for Cruella? So were they working but then why would Cruella steal Perdita's puppies? So there's something missing in the middle of that where it's like, okay, we got a little backstory of Perdita and Roger, and we know that they probably didn't just meet on a whim. They probably walking their dog and being like, oh, I like the one that way that one looks like, and their dog matches my dog. I always thought that was a little I thought in the cartoon, even as a little kid, I always thought that was really dumb, how Roger just picked his future wife on the way she looked and that her dog matched his dog. I get it. When you've got a breed and you love that breed and you find someone who has the same breed, you're like, hey, you fit well. But I always thought it was kind of weird. So there's a background story there. They worked together. They probably fell in love in the workplace. Probably had some issues with HR. I don't know. So Perdita and Roger. I was like, Perdita is the dog. Thank you. Perdita is the mother dog. Anita is the mother human. So Anita and Roger worked for, whatchamacallit. They work for the Baroness. Or actually, Anita is a reporter, but she used to work for the Baroness, right? I can't remember. It's been a second since I've seen the movie, but maybe I need to watch it again. So my favorite thing that they swapped up was, okay, so there's a big play on the fact that dogs look like their owners. There was in the cartoon and there was in the movie. They even addressed it. I believe Horace is the smart one and Jasper's the dumb one, right? So even though Jasper, I love Jasper, he is the epitome of Olaf. He is the really dumb character, but has these really profound thoughts. And I love those types of characters because it makes you think maybe I shouldn't write people off because they seem dumb. They just think differently than me. And that's Jasper's character. I love Jasper's character. I love Olaf. Together they're the same type of character that, oh, so funny, so lighthearted and sweet. He's the villain that we all fall in love with because he's really sweet and kind, but even though, you know, he steals, but you know his background too. Winky was so cute, yes. And then, you know, you've got Jasper who says these things, and so he says in the van, isn't it funny how dogs always look like their owners? And that is a play on the beginning series scene of the um, cartoon, where literally, you know, you've got the little short, stumpy lady walking with the I can say that because I'm short and stumpy, but you got the short and stumpy dog with the short and stumpy lady, and then you've got the short, you know, you've got the tall, thin ones, and then you've got the long-haired one with the girl that has like the long hair. So I love how they made Anita black. I just love that because think about it, their dogs are black and white. And so now Anita is black and Roger is white, and together they have black and white dogs. And I loved that. And when I said it, a lot of people were like, I didn't even notice that. And I was like, yes, because they tied that in, because obviously her character looks completely different than the cartoon, but there was a good reason there, because they wanted to play into that the dogs look like their owners. And I was like, that is so creative. I love that. See, Erica didn't realize that. I love the fact that Stella had a dog with her throughout the movie. Yeah, and actually, Tiffany from OC Vintage Charm commented that she took her daughter and it was very traumatizing, so to like be afraid. So I thought the dog was gonna die. Sadly, like I thought that would have been more traumatizing than the mother dying, which is, I mean, maybe we're just desensitized because all the mothers die in Disney movies. So I was like, oh, it was just the mother, it wasn't the dog, not that bad. So, but that's really sad that I think like that. So, that was a spoiler, sorry. I love the fact that Stella had oh yes, so then she had her little doggy with her, and she loved the dogs. And I like how the Baroness's dogs actually loved Cruella and didn't really like the Baroness. And the Baroness had to control the dogs with a whistle, versus Cruella, who just had to call them and they came and they obeyed her and they listened to her because they actually liked living with her. And I'm a dog lover, and I know that my dogs like to listen to me because they like to please me. And so to me, that was a very big symbol of Cruella was actually the dog lover. The Baroness was actually the one that had the dogs enslaved. So was she stealing the dogs to unenslave them? I don't know. I mean, obviously in that movie, but maybe there's a correlation there somewhere where maybe she's working with Anita and Roger to get all 100 dogs. I don't know. She did, yes. Emma Watson was amazing in her role, like had me dying laughing at points. Her facial expressions, her personality, like she just did such an amazing job in her role. What else did I think about the movie? Oh, we wrote down so many quotes. So I feel like I should release the Cruella designs that I'm coming out with alongside this, but maybe I'll re-upload this alone, edit it or something, and then put the release of that. Loved both Emmas, Emma Stone, Emma Watson. Oh, are we talking about both Emmas? Because Emma Stone, sorry. Emma Watson, obviously I'm not the best with names, guys, but I know in my mind what I'm saying. But Emma Watson was Belle, right? Emma Stone was Cruella. So many things to keep track of while I'm talking and creating. Oh, I got glue on the inside. So these ones are made with, these are the Ursula Ears, and they're made with, she made a bunch of different really cool ones, so I'm really excited about them. What are some of the Easter eggs you saw? Okay, let me think. Some of the Easter eggs. Now I'm blanking on like the whole movie because we just got deep into like the philosophical part of it. I'm not sure what the Easter eggs I saw. Did I say I saw Easter eggs? I probably said I saw Easter eggs. But we wrote down so many funny lines. My favorite lines were, actually I have them right here on my notes. So which ones of these do you want in SVGs? Or did I write them on my stickies? Because I actually brought, for the second time I went to the movie, I brought a paper and pad to write down all of the sayings. I think they're still in my book, unless I wrote them down on my sticky notes. I think they're still in my book. So my favorite was gratitude is for losers. I just love how like how the Baroness is so like rude that it's just so out there but so rude at the same time. Like she just gets ruder and ruder and ruder as the time goes on in the movie, to the point where you're just like, it's comical because you're like, who on earth would ever be that mean? I guess there are people out there that mean. So wait, Emma Thompson, Emma Stone, Emma Thompson. What are we doing now? Just saying all the Emmas? Those are so cute. Can you cut it with the maker? So you might be able to find, like, you might be able to do it with chipboard, but it might take a long time to do this. These are more for laser cutters. But we do have other, I mean, you could definitely do these onto fabric with HTV and sew them. They're actually, some of these would work great. Like as long as they have a not so detailed outside, sewing them on fabric would be pretty easy. This one would be pretty hard, but like Jack would be easy. Even the Cocoa ones, but they're very scalloped on the outside, so you'd have to be pretty detailed with your hand stitching or your stitching. I don't have anything in the lineup for Muppet SVGs at the moment, but do you have like a specific one that you need? Hope you have a wonderful day. I don't like using the maker for chipboard. Me either. So that's why these are I'm telling you guys to use a Glowforge with this type of stuff. So Emma Stone, Cruella, Emma Thompson, Baroness. Got it. I did not know that the Baroness's name was Emma Thompson. And Emma Watson is Belle, right? Why are there so many Emmas in the world? Oh well, it's a beautiful name. Especially for the more detailed cuts. Right. Yeah, those are going to be very difficult. But putting together, so the ones I'm putting together are all the ones that Katie cut with the correct colors. So it makes it super easy for me to assemble. But if you have a Glowforge and you're a business member or commercial rights member and you want to sell kits, Mickey ear kits, then cutting them out of colors that people already have can be something that you do. Like all the Melissas on here, right? And then I just said Katie, and I realized, okay, we have Katie from the Chalked Up Paint. Now we have Katie from Devlin Diaries. Like we just need to have like a glossary of all the people who have the same names, or we can just rename you guys to fun things. I thought the dog was going to die too. Yeah, I thought the dog was going to die for sure. I was really happy when that didn't happen. And I knew she wasn't going to die in the end, too. I was like, she can't die. She's obviously amazing. But loved the setting, loved the soundtrack. The soundtrack was insane. But the more and more I watched, well, the first time I watched it, I was like, yes, that is me. So, like, oh, Lord, have mercy if someone ever tried to put me in a private school. Even though, like, Landis is in a private school right now. And when I went there, we went to her back to school night, and we got to go through like all of her classes. We had like a passing period, and we had 7 minutes in each class. And she's at a Christian private school, so it's like so different than what I'm used to with my kids being in school or with me being in school. But like everything is based around like so many positive things. Like her health teacher starts with affirmations where they close their eyes and he reads over them these affirmations like, I am wanted, I am loved, I am chosen, I am productive, I am positive, I'm a dreamer, like all these things. And he read them over the parents, and I was just like, oh my gosh, how different would my life have been if I went to a school where one of my teachers read affirmations over me like this. Not saying like public school teachers don't do that, but in California, good luck finding one that loves you enough to do that. So there's a lot of really amazing teachers in the public school system, but there's a line that they can't cross, and at a private school they can, and just the fact that they can't. Anyways, my point being, if you were to try to put me in a private school as a kid, if it didn't have Jesus, I probably would not want anything to do with it, because for some reason as a kid I only wanted to do what I wanted to do, but if I saw a purpose in it and I saw a meaning in it, then I would do it. And so if you were to send me to just a regular old private school that didn't have anything to do with like my creator, I probably would have been like, get me out of here. I'm making a jacket. I'm a fashionista. Moving on. I'm Auntie Tay. It might have brought Auntie Tay out a little sooner. I don't know, because I would have had to rebel. But yes, that is so good. Motivation and values. I know. But I think maybe if I would have had teachers who really did not write me off as just like a distraction, because I was very distracting. I was very Briley, like Briley is my mini me. We are not cut out to sit in a desk for 8 hours a day. Like we're just like, even going through Landis's mock day, I was like, who likes this? Who wants to be here? My daughter, Landis, loves school. She wants to be there. Cool. That's great for those people. But I was not that way. I did not learn anything unless it was like a teacher that got creative with the way that they were teaching it, and respected me. Like I know that's so horrible for like a kid to be like, you better respect me, but I just was so used to being disrespected because of like always being late to school, which was not my fault, always being absent from school, which was not my fault. A lot of things that I struggled with in school were an outcome of because of things that I didn't have any control over. Not saying like I woke up late and I was lazy, literally like there were no parents to take me to school some days or whatever it was, you know. So then teachers would take it out on me and be like, you didn't do your homework. I was like, I wasn't even here. So just realizing like Cruella's life as a child was, she got kicked out of school, she got put in a private school, her mom was doing everything she could to get, you know, have her have this life that she needed, even though it's not really her mom. But I loved that. So I thought that was really cool. But also that's how I related to her as a child. But now I'm in this business where I literally get to be as creative as possible, and people are, you know, inspired and all the things, and I'm like, hey, I kind of am in that world. Kids in private school are genuinely nicer, especially for special needs kids. Good to know, good to know. What is this shiny material? Is Katie here today? Because she will be able to help me like exactly. These are all different types of acrylics, but some of them are mirrored. So like this one's a mirrored acrylic. It has a mirror behind it. And then some of them are clear. So like this is the cocoa one that's clear, which there's some extra pieces I need to find for that. I'm dreading kind of putting together the Madame Leota, but it's not really that hard. So I'm going to start with the bigger pieces because I haven't shown these ears yet, and these are by far my favorite ones. They're so cute. One ear is Madame Leota, and the other ear is the, like their costume that they wear. So, which you can always cut both sides like this if you are more of like a symmetrical person. I like to just show off more than one thing when I wear my ears. So her little lips are a separate piece too. So I'm going to glue those on separately. I love how acrylic makes a project pop, right? I want to just create all day. I know, right? So drop out of school, drop out of your jobs, start a business, get creative. I mean, I know it's a lot harder than that, but also it's doable. Start by getting debt-free. That helps. And then you can live your dreams a little bit more peacefully, and you can spend a little bit more time on your dreams without having to freak out a bit. So that's always my number one tip for anyone starting a business in the craft world is start in your personal finances and get debt-free. Pick up Dave Ramsey's book and walk yourself through it, or join an FPU class and get yourself debt-free. Who's debt-free? Raise your hand if you're debt-free. Don't feel bad if you're not debt-free, guys. And just FYI, I mean debt-free as in no car payments, no student loans. Just saying. Me too. Yay, Melissa Goyne is debt-free. Can the maker cut acrylic to make these ears? No, I don't think it can. The maker is not Oh no, her lips are so teeny tiny. I might leave her lips out, but I might not. I have another round, but I think these are the only lips I have. Her lips are so teeny tiny. I might leave them out, and then I'll put them in my bucket and paint them red or whatever color I want. I've been both debt-free now and drowning in debt. It's amazing how light and happy being debt-free feels. Yes, it is lightening to be debt-free for sure. It also allows you to open up the possibilities of what you can do. If you want to go back to school, if you want to, take a break while your spouse works. Like when Dustin went back to school, we were poor, like poor, but we were able to do it because we were debt free, because we had worked for a really long time to get out of debt. So that was a really hard time, but we got through it. I'm trying to convince Dustin to do a marriage podcast with me. I don't have to really convince him to, he wants to, but finding the time to do it is kind of our issue right now. See, we're debt free, but now we just don't have time. So how to become time free? That would be nice. Can we get a course for being time free? College in general is expensive. Right. I was debt free, then my dog needed back surgery. Laura, that's why we need to have an emergency fund. Not anything against that, but it will help you in the long run to walk through the baby steps of having a fully funded emergency fund. And pet insurance. Pet insurance is helpful for that too. But I get it. There's so many things that come out that keep you in debt. We actually realistically could have gotten out of debt in 2 years if all the little mishaps didn't happen, and it took us 7. So that just shows that it's hard because life hits you and you got to say no to things, and that's really hard when you're used to just getting what you want. Me, I'm not talking about anybody out there. I'm talking about me and Dustin. We were just buying all the things. I was debt free, and then my son decided to go back to school, so student debt is back. Lizda, let him work his way through school. This is Dave Ramsey's saying, but I worked my way through school. My husband worked his way through school. You can work your way through school, and your son can. And actually, the statistics show that when somebody works their own way through school, they're more likely to finish faster. They are more likely to not dink around, and they're more likely to actually use their degree, because they're not going to continue to pay for something when they're not going to end up using it. So it's very easy for our kids these days to go, I'm going to use the college fund that everyone set up for me, but I don't really care if I end up using this degree. So they don't end up using it, and then they're in debt, or you're in debt because you're paying it for them. All the things. I have a really hard time putting the Sally ears together. Wow, you guys can really see the Sally ears. Doesn't look like you can up there. Or I mean, what I'm doing right here. Yes, when it is their own money, it just hits them differently. Exactly. And I had no choice but to work my way through college. I mean, I went to community college, and in California now, community college is free for 2 years. Thank the Lord. We're doing something good. But community college is free for the first 2 years. Don't be ashamed to send your kids to community college. Go to community college, and like I always preach, don't even worry about a degree. Worry about skills. Get yourself skills, because the way to get a job these days is skills and getting yourself immersed into a work culture and who you know. So get them into an internship before you think about getting them into a school, if they're not trying to be like a doctor or a lawyer. Obviously, there are things that need people to get a degree for, but I use my skills I learned, but I don't use anything I needed above the skills that I learned for what I do. But I can't stand the thought of student loans for my daughter. Luckily, she's only 8, so I have time to work through it. Your daughter doesn't need student loans, and if you want to do her some justice, don't get her any student loans. Don't allow her to take out student loans. If you want to save to make her life a little easier, that's one thing. But community college, do not be afraid of community college, and don't be afraid to let her work hard. You can literally work a part-time job and pay your way through college. I know it's hard, but guess what? That's what they do. They party. College kids have time to party. If you have time to party, you have time to work. This isn't playtime. If you're going to college to be an adult, learn to be an adult now. you know? So obviously I'm a little tough love, but obviously like my kids are gonna think real hard, like, do I even wanna go to college? Like, if I do, I better really think hard about if that's something I want, because my parents aren't gonna sit around and coddle me. Not that anybody of you guys are coddling, just saying I will not do that. I won't. There's, yeah. Anyways. Okay, drink a bang. Get really conversational and put your foot in your mouth 800 times in your life. How about that today? So, yep, I worked part-time and went to school all on my own. Thank you, Alona. And I wouldn't say it if I didn't do it myself. I am a huge advocate of practice what you preach, and I don't hold my kids to any standards that I do not hold for myself now. Now, as a human being, now pre-Jesus, I had a lot of hiccups that I'm like, let's learn from mom's mistakes. Let's learn from all the bad things that I did. If you go that route, I already warned you what might happen. But I'm not gonna pressure my kids now to do anything that I couldn't do myself. So that's really hard, because you're like, I really want to hold you to these standards, but I can't even hold myself to these standards. So like I said, I worked my way. I worked 3 jobs through college because I moved out when I was 17, got kicked out when I was 17. So I worked and I started my own businesses and I hustled and went through a lot of ups and downs for random stuff that could have been avoided, but hopefully we teach people that with our mistakes, right? I worked while I was in school, but I still had to take out student loans. I paid half of it off. Yeah, and there's like, you know, paying your student loans as you go is one thing too. And obviously chunking away at them is better than not doing anything about them. And making sure that the degree you're going for is beneficial some way or another is helpful. Who do I need to follow to purchase these Mickey ears? Who's going to be selling these Mickey ears? Because guess what? There's a lot of people who follow me who are going to want these. And I don't have time to make them all for you guys. So we may sell kits eventually if it's something that we find people really want. But until then, all of my business members are able to create them for people. So if that is something you guys want to do, make sure you guys let people know that that's what you're doing. I will have a new featured business member page on the website, but what it is my business members, when you have walked through every single step and you've shown me that you are serious about the product you sell and you love your product, I will put you on our featured business members page where people can shop, hoping to have that up early before the holidays so we can all shop each other for the holidays and support one another, support small business, support the Auntie community. I know personally I want to order all my Christmas presents from you guys, so make sure you guys are getting your product locked down and your social media is all in order so I can start promoting you guys. Will the mystery boxes be available to members first? Erica, if there's a way that I can do that, I will alert the members first. I will probably send an email out to my members first. But that doesn't mean that if they're available on the website, other people can't just go and shop them. So I will send an email out for orders first, which if you're not a member, that might be pretty hard to get. But I don't know. Can't wait to show you what's in them though, honestly. I just want to spoil alert, and I almost was like, I shouldn't go live today. I just shouldn't go live because I'm gonna do what I do best, and I'm just gonna blab, and I'm gonna come out, talk about what I'm not supposed to talk about, and yeah, it's worth it to get the skills that you can pay for it from the job you get. Just sacrifice the hobbies and the extra till it's done. Exactly. And also trying to get like an internship is key, or goal, or like shadowing a business person that's in the work that you want to do, so you don't even have to like I kind of laugh when anybody tells me they're going to school for business, because I'm like, wait a second, so you're gonna go to college and be taught by somebody who went to college, how to start a business, not go to someone who owns a business to learn how to run a business. Colleges took on that, like, oh, all these people are starting their own business. Let's make a business degree. I'm sorry. The last thing I checked when I hired anybody was their degree, actually. So, like, just saying, like, if you want to work for Auntie Media Inc., you don't really need a degree, but you do got to prove yourself and you got to be amazing. So, just saying, as an employer now, I get it. I'm like, I don't care about your degree. It does say that you're, like, have patience and willpower to work through something that might be hard, but show me your skills first, yo. So are you got to start selling 12 by 12 sheets of patterned cardstock? We don't have anything in the work for cardstock at the moment, but doesn't mean that it can't be something that we think about in the future. What would you want on patterned cardstock? Like our patterns, but on cardstock? It's kind of, yeah, we'd have to look into what kind of printer we would need for that to do mass production. Probably wouldn't be that hard. Let me think about that one. Where do you get the blank clear ears? This is actually cut on a Glowforge by the Devlin Diaries, but I'm not sure, is Katie here? I'm not sure if Katie is desiring to sell Mickey ears or the kits for Mickey ears, but we have so many Glowforge business members that a lot of them should be offering a lot of our files like this. So when we see more and more of you guys offering these things, we are going to be pumping out the Glowforge material for you guys to sell. And you cannot sell it unless you are a Auntie business member. Like we know our designs, you know? So we see someone walking around with these cut out of Glowforge ears, we're gonna be like, are you an Auntie business member selling those? These are so cool and they're clear. So you could like resin, like I said, Sam has a whole set. Sam, are you here today? I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of people and I don't know if you guys are here. But Sam, Katie sent over Sam all of these too. And Sam crafts different than I do. She's like up here, but she's up here and I'm up there in other areas. Like, I don't know, but she resins, she does all the really fun stuff. She's going to be making some silicone molds for these, so to teach how to do extra stuff with them. Just insanely cool stuff. Okay, look at all these little pieces. It's like a puzzle. I'm glad I'm doing this with you guys because you know what? I probably would not sit here alone doing this. I would be like, what am I doing with my life? Putting together 800 Mickey ears to not go to Disneyland. That's fun. No, but I actually am trying to put them all together so I can go to Disneyland and take pictures of them all in the park with the Halloween decor. Please. Oh, I found some lips. Lots of little lips. There's some. It's because I put them in there, but there's more in there. Okay. Lots of little puzzle pieces. Did you get the magic key pass? I have not gotten the pass yet. I won't get the pass until, yay, Sam is here. If you do pattern paper, I can incorporate it in my party collections. That would be so fun. I know like Crafting with Meek actually prints her own paper. I don't know if that's something people want to do. Oh, I just realized she cut some of these with 3M sticker paper, and you can also, oh, I didn't even think to debut that. I need to write that down. Cutting this same design out with sandwich sticky so you can bling them. Definitely need to do that. Got to make sure we cut them the right size. I got the Dream Key Pass. I haven't even looked at what the different key passes are. I just have seen all of my people in all the groups I'm in complaining about it because that's all they do is complain. Like, there is no more annoying person than an annual pass holder. And I can say that because I've been one and I want to be one again. But we are annoying. We're like, we don't want to wait in line. We don't want to have to book our tickets in advance. We just want to go when we want to go. I want to get the passes. I'm in Florida and they just released the info and we know we aren't getting closed down. Yeah, if anything, I would get one in Florida, but I really didn't like it there. But do I confirm this, Florida peeps? Do I go in January? That's when everyone keeps going, go in January, go in January. Don't go in October again. Don't go in the hot, go in January, which is still hot. But I don't know. Confirm, please. What's the best time for me to actually go to Disney World? The longest I waited for line yesterday was 10 minutes. Got on All the big rides. Ooh. So because school's back in. We went during summer. Go in January. Okay. I went to open a shop. I am just scared to open an Etsy. Don't be scared. Just do it. Just do it, yo. No time to waste. Get out there and start your stores. What do you got to lose? Really though, like people starting Etsy stores is a way less risk than pulling out student loans and going to college. Just saying, you know? You know? Okay, so these ones are cut out of like clear acrylic. Kind of cool. Kind of interesting, for sure. Like these would be really cool to do something with lights or something because I don't know. Are they glow in the dark? No. I thought she said she did something out of glow in the dark, but there's so many. I'm like, I don't know what's what anymore. I know there's some wood, there's some MDF, there's some plastic, there's some mirrored plastic. Late, but made it at least a bit. Welcome. March in Florida is still nice. Okay, winter in Disney World is awesome. Just skip the marathon weekends. Okay, good to know. I want to try to make custom light up ears. I think it would be cool. That would be very cool. Maybe you can even cut little holes for the lights to go in. I don't know. I don't know how that would work. Let me know what I would need to do to help you design those if you need help with that. I want to try to, oh, I already read that. Alrighty, let's assemble. And I didn't do any of the Sally ears because I got to look at the actual graphic again because they're a pain in the butt. There's actually 4 pieces. And do I even have, I have one finished ear. It's up there. Okay, so the black goes down at the corner. Black goes down at the corner. Green this green goes here. Okay. I figured it out once, so I'm looking at that. And then this green goes here, and then this purple goes here. And then there's another black piece somewhere. Oh, there's the other black piece. Oh, see? That's what throws it off. Okay, no. Nope, wait. Oh, that flips. Okay, got it. That's how it goes. So if you're doing the Sally ears, the 2 blacks on the bottom, the purple, the green to the right, and the teal to the top. And then you have to decorate these on top of this. So puff paint, I did puff paint for the stitches. Super cute. But you can also paint the MDF too. You don't have to, I'm just gonna put glue all over and put them where they go right away. Which I guess you don't need the black, but then it would look kind of weird without that 3-dimensional look. Purple, green, no, wait, green, purple. It's like tangrams. It literally is tangrams. Ah! Yikes. Okay, hold on. It's stuck on there really good with hot glue, so that's good. Gotta fix that black on the bottom. Okay, I think we've assembled one of each together. Sorry I didn't really walk you through it, but it's all good. They're pretty self-explanatory, except this one. This one was the one that I have the hardest time with. So that's Sally, and then you go in and you do black lines and stitches and swirlies with some puff paint. But there's other things you can do too. So many things you can do. So I'm gonna be trying to film some of the more popular ones probably. What is puff paint? Are you serious, Erica? Erica, really? What is puff paint? I feel like I'm very sassy today. Sorry if I'm being mean. Puff paint is paint that comes out in a puff in a little bottle, and you like, it's very difficult to use, let me just say. So if you're not an avid puff painter, start practicing because don't ruin your ears with it yet. I'm not the best puff painter, actually. There's a lot of techniques to puff paint that I gotta learn. Anybody master puff painters out there? Like, I feel like puff paint was a staple when I was a kid. Everybody puff painted. Like, my mom puff painted, my grandma puff painted, my aunts puff painted. Like, we didn't have Cricut, so if you wanted a shirt, guess what? You got a puff painted shirt. Oh, man. How do you not know what puff paint is? That's good. Okay, I'm missing a little piece of her hair. And then Corella's the easiest because she's just 2 pieces. So she just gets put on a headband. Now I just got to order headbands for these guys. All right, not a master, but as a teacher, you use it like crazy. Right, so it's like a staple in the crafting world. It's like hot glue, glue sticks, puff paint. You want to have that on hand. Definitely practice on scrap paper. Yes. Will Tiff be live on Amazon today? I believe so. She's going to be live today and tomorrow for the last 2 days of August, and then it'll be every Wednesday. Amazon will be live on Wednesdays, but Tiff is doing random lives whenever she wants. So if you guys follow her at 2 Wild Roses Boutique because you love her lives, then she always goes on her stories to say when she's going to go live about something. We're kind of following some of the hot ticket days for Amazon right now, testing out some new algorithm stuff because if you guys Amazon Live is still very new, so we're playing around with it. They're playing around with it, so we don't want to exhaust you guys and have you guys miss out on a ton of stuff because we talk to you guys every single day, which can be very hard to keep up with what's going on. But Amazon Live is just for almost like pure entertainment purposes. So yes, long story short, yes, she should be live today and tomorrow. Tomorrow, I believe she'll be here doing mugs, her sublimated glass mugs, which are really cool. So, welcome. Okay, not huffing paint. I keep reading this as huffing paint. Not huffing paint, puff paint. We don't endorse huffing paint. So, puff paint. And this one goes on a different ear, and I need the other hair for this. Okay. I'm gonna stop because otherwise I am going to, I should probably just finish these, but I have so many ears. I'm just gonna put these aside in case I need to assemble in a video, all the things, you know, show that off. I can't leave all the steps undone, but that was just the acrylic ears. Guys, look at all these. And these, I have plenty of them finished too. So we have a lot of ears. We have a lot of ears. So this is MDF. These are MDF. I have 4 stacks of MDF and wood right here. And sorry if I'm totally slaughtering the name because they're actually different things, but some of these are actually acrylic with 3M. So I have a lot of ears to show off and do things with. So anyways, we assembled those. I'm just using hot glue. If you're a Glowforge maker and you want to add these to your store and you're a business member, let me know. You'll be on my radar to tell people like you sell them. I will want to see you cut a few samples too before I endorse you so that I know for a fact that you can make them perfect for my peeps that love to shop, you guys. These ears are so cool. Thank you. Who wants to see them photographed in the Disney park? Otherwise, we're going to set up the green screen and pretend like we're at Disneyland. So 2 options there. All right. Love you guys. I'll see you guys next Monday. And actually, I will be live one more time this week announcing when this guy is live. But again, I will email members. Now, not just if you're on my newsletter, I will email members first. So craft members and business members first to get this. If it sells out with you guys, then it sells out with you guys. If not, then I will go live and talk about it, and I will send out the newsletter to all newsletter subscribers. So you don't have to make sure you're signed up for anything except being a member if you want that first note. Again, I'm hoping it doesn't sell out because I don't want people to like feel sad. But at the same time, you'll find out why we could only do 300 on Monday. Monday comes out the reveal of what's in it and how to put it all together and all that stuff. So it'll be fantastic. Bedazzler and puff paint. It is not a bedazzler and puff paint, let me just tell you. You're welcome. Thanks for hanging out with me on my bang day. What did we do today? We went over a Cruella review. We talked politics. We talked the Giants. We talked Green Day. We talked a lot. So thank you for hanging out. I love you guys. I'll see you next week. Goodbye.